I'm Coddle Guy, that's Ryu Boris. We're going to be going into what is going to be the perfect cast, the perfect production. There's been no flubs whatsoever. It's Virtus.Pro versus Alliance. We probably missed some of the draft, as you can see, but it's an exciting one nonetheless. Ryu Boris, welcome to the cast. This is our first time starting the show. There was no flubs before this one. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. We're just going to all pick. We don't do captain's mode anymore.
No, Summit.
It doesn't matter.
We will occasionally throw in the rule that they have to play all pick.
And then sometimes all random.
We will pre-do the bans. And that's why that you see the draft looking this way, and you see no bans right there. So, only reason why. But again, as we were already breaking down the draft before, we did have to have a rego, obviously, because of a certain admin screwing up the servers. Virtus.Pro committed pretty hard on heavy team fight. They got a great mid lane matchup for G, but Alliance, they got the Loda factor, the Sven IO combo, and S4 Puck. This guy has an item for the hero. Something about $1 million, but here we go. We finally got a game. Don't worry, I also will change the overlay. We're good to go, folks. Let's get started, Ryu. It's Virtus.Pro versus Alliance, best of 3 for the Summit 5 Europe Phase 2. They got to make their way through 2 more series, and then they secure their trip to come out to beautiful Los Angeles, California, and compete at the awesome Summit House. Should be a good time.
Man, we already got the smoke up. And then smoke 2 T. And they just really want to get down these wards early on. A lot of teams, they both prioritize high ground warding in the bottom lane as well as the top for the Dire side and Radiant offlaners. Yeah, just looking at the lineup, if I had to bet on this game, I actually couldn't, because it's just like a 50-50. And it's going to come down to play more so than I think, because I think everybody's going to get all of their lanes except mid. The only question mark is going to be Razor versus the Puck, because they can crush. And like I talked about earlier, if people weren't around, Razor does get off the static link on the Sven in these team fights. I do think that VP can win as long as the Doom doesn't come out on the Razor. VP's team fight, we talked about enough. Very strong. So we're going to have to see if they can fight around those cooldowns, or if Alliance are going to take it.
Yeah, definitely would still back up the idea that for Virtus.Pro, it does come down to the crucial execution for a lot of these team fights here. They put themselves into a lot of lane matchups where they should be able to secure a strong advantage. And we'll have to see if Alliance are going to be ones to respond. You already mentioned a bit about how Razor can typically outclass the Puck in the mid 1v1. So we'll see if Alliance want to back up their Gustav Coil at all, or if they want to let him kind of fend for himself. But we're only going to see the early rotations here. No Fear has that ward down to kind of spot out what Bulldog is up to, but Bulldog will be the gatekeeper for this top lane path. And already G has started, he's sapping up the damage there from S4 and wants to make sure he could secure the early couple of waves right off the bat. And for Virtus.Pro, man, they have both supports kind of hanging around the Doom territory, and it looks like for Bulldog, he's going to recognize the camp has been blocked, and he's just going to go right to the jungle.
Yeah, he tried to protect that with his body, but it's kind of hard when they commit 2 of the supports there. And instead, just gonna go back out. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, G got a nice static link off to start things off, and S4 had a hard time, but now he's under the tower, and he's doing a really nice job CSing under the tower. 4 last hits under. That's not an easy task. Normally, you have to practice a lot. Perfect, but yep, there you go. Harassment coming out from G. Not much S4 can do once this lane is back like this.
And Wildbird shows up. FNG will help G out, and you can just kind of already see the emphasis that both these teams have to secure a strong mid lane presence. Bulldog will kind of always be hanging out in the neighborhood, but unless he's close enough to get off that blade, it's not going to be too easy. Bottom lane, they keep trying to keep a go at Yoku here, but they recognize, of course, he does have that leap, so it's never going to be easy. Even with the stun from Ake, you're going to need a lot more to be able to make sure you get the burst fire to finish off the void before he can suck all of his life right back here. And man, they continue to tussle in the mid lane too. G's eating a lot of damage. He's going to be forced to use his last regen, committing for a branch.
Yeah, but he's still doing a really good job just constantly harassing S4, and both teams are doing really good jobs so far, shutting down the offlaners, and I think it's easier to shut down the Void in this situation just because Doom can go back to the jungle. He's already stacked it too for Bulldog. Pretty good. He's already level 2. He can go to the offlane and still contest now for Bulldog if he really wants to, because he has this Satyr creep with the extra regen, but he's just going to decide to go for the jungle farm right now.
Yeah, maybe just committing here. It's a long track so early when you kind of want to flash your way to level 3 as soon as possible. But we've seen through the Dream League LAN finals that, you know, always want to fly, or so I keep calling Aloha Dance always want to fly. I mix them two up when they were back on Empire together. But Aloha Dance, when he's left alone in these kind of positions, whether it be a Jug or even a Clinks, let's say, he can build up to be quite a tyrant of a core and some DPS here. And then we could see him really show his presence in the game as soon as this Void is able to kind of get that first Chronosphere underway. So he's going to have pretty much a 3 lane in the top to continue to work with. We'll see how long the Disruptor wants to be by his side. And well, bottom lane here, Loda and Ake could double stun onto Yoku here and not allow him to time walk out. Can they get the timing here? Then they can. Yoku will go down. Nicely done from Alliance. They recognize he's a bit too far forward, and as they make their advancement, he's not going to be able to leap away from the trouble, and it's going to be Alliance who strike first.
Nice understanding there of just holding it to the last second for Ake. Just like, yeah. They changed it perfectly there. Oh, glimpse back on Bulldog in the top lane.
He'll run right and make it away.
It's kind of hard when you don't have stuns for the side of VP. You need the kinetic field. Plus, he's very tanky, as we talked about for Bulldog. Although he did change creeps now. This is a better creep when you're jungling, for jungling purposes, where you have the Raise the Dead, but for like being in the lane when he rotates like this, it's way better to have the Satyr creep.
G's going to be able to snag up the bounty rune here, and he comes right back to the mid lane, showing off his DD rune, and he was thinking about hustling down towards the bottom lane, but S4 is going to be able to grab up that regen. And I mean, what do you think? Virtus.Pro, you know, they got great synergy amongst their lineup, but you kind of mentioned it there. They are lacking in the stun department severely. They really don't have any stun at all. They have, like, you know, glimpse back kinetic field setup, but outside of that, you know, hope for a bash, and that's about it. Is that going to cause some trouble for them at all, or do you think it's something that they might be able to push past?
I think it's very bad for them. Oh, they're going. Are they diving? Yeah, they're diving.
Oh, they are. The death ray's out. S4's not going to be able to make it out. He's going to try his best to sidestep it here, and he might have done it. G's in trouble. He's going to get bladed. An attack down from the tower. Bulldog with a double kill. The guy had been hanging out in that neighborhood. And sure enough, he walks out at the perfect time. A hard commitment for S4, but they can't get the job done. That is unfortunate for Virtus.Pro.
I mean, he was just starting to open up a huge gap against S4 in the mid lane. He had his boots, and he was just able to punish the puck, you know, constantly. But with that dive, it's... Oh my goodness, that's Alliance heavily favored now. And the problem with Yoku is he's only level 3, heavy dives. Ooh.
Here we go. G comes to the bottom lane. He's not level 6 yet. He does a little bit of an early link here. Ake, though, uses that new path to get the hell out of there, but the beam comes out, and they're burning the two of them, but EGM tries his best, tethers up with his good buddy, and they will both heal up. And now they are getting the hell out of there. Or EGM, he's going to be able to make it away. Might have to sidestep back and then re-tether in, but it looks like Ake will be able to step back, puts off the Impale. S4 throws out the orb. It's a bit early. G's bloodthirsty, though. He wants to see if he can get close enough for maybe another hit of the nuke, but it's not going to be there. Virtus.Pro come up short in this rotation, Ryu. It's not looking like a good start for him. As you mentioned, they were kind of getting the numbers in the lane, but now a swing and a miss twice. That's not very good.
It was good and bad. Good in the sense where Yoku can get some free farm in the bottom lane, so he can actually get some levels. Like that helps out tremendously because he is their initiator on this team. He has to have a good start, and he was completely shut down. Now he's at least up to level 4. He's back on par with Admiral Bulldog. I mean, Bulldog still got 2 kills early on for no reason. Top lane.
Okay,
Bulldog.
Can they glimpse him back? They can. Aloha Dance is going to continue hit him in the nugget with some good right-click damage there. And finally, Virtus.Pro are going to be able to get themselves on the board. And for all the people to pick it up, it's probably best for this Clinks to kind of get it. So, you know, he can really go on a tirade sooner than later. I mean, how do you think he should probably optimize this game? I don't know if because you're going against the puck, you want to consider a change-up and going for a throwback to the Orchid or anything, but what do you think?
It's still Deso. Deso just is way more DPS output, and it allows you to do Roche a lot earlier. And overall better item. I do love the Orchid though for the extra mana region, but he's already went for the Aquila plus the Soul Ring. So the
double.
Mana, he's set to go. So and biggest thing now is waiting on the timings for Alliance. Like they should be on the trying to make something happen soon here because S4, he's level 7. He has the coil ready to go. Maybe they'll wait for Bulldog to get his Doom up, and he's going up Midas too. So this is heavily committed to Ford's later game stage now for Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he made that decision once he got that double kill in the mid lane, was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a good greedy game. I can afford to go like this. But already now we're going to see Virtus.Pro go on the move. No fear, could cross pass with Aki. There's going to be a kinetic field. Beautiful static storm right on top of him. And that's going to catch both S4 and Ake down. Beautiful play right there from No Fear. I mean, they just unfortunately walked themselves into that one, but the static storm just was in the perfect place right at the perfect time.
How is he level 6 8 minutes in the game? Is this real life?
I mean, the dual lane, I guess, with the Clinks plus that kill at the top was just enough. And yeah, I mean, for supports to get to level 6 before the tome even comes online is always a great thing.
Oh my god. S4 was not ready for that, I assure you. And when he's like, Puck 7, Disruptor level 6, that math doesn't even add up. So this is really good now for VP because the problems earlier was Phoenix was like level 2. Now he's only level 3, but still he's on the track. And he's going to have that tomb that we talked about, whereas Disruptor doesn't need it. And that'll come out soon. Who's having a really nice time in the off lane. They are, however, pressuring the bottom lane, and they are starting to do the stacks for Dota. So the comeback mechanic's still there, but Aloha rotating.
Yeah, bottom lane, that's the first chrono. The second he gets it up, he's looking to put to work. Aloha Dance helps him out with the DPS, and it looks like they're going to focus fire, load it down. They got that one, and they're going to look for EGM. That little ball ain't going to make it away, and that's a double kill for Aloha Dance. And just as you mentioned, all those troubles from the early laning phase for Virtus.Pro have just been washed away. They now pull ahead in the kill score 5-3, and at this pace, they can punish maybe a little bit of the greedy behavior on the side of Alliance, like this, early Midas pickup on Bulldog, if they could keep this momentum going, because it's working beautifully now.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem with VP's lineup. So they don't excel at tower pushing yet, besides the Clinks. And what Clinks is kind of doing this game is just running around as a bounty hunter, trying to set up kills with people. Because that thing, right? You use your Chronosphere there, and now you have your Disrupt. You have your Disruptor with Glimpse and your Static Storm. It Clinks, if he just keeps going around the map, farm heroes, and he doesn't have to have the highest CS in the game to have a huge impact. So S4 is pretty dead here.
No Fear can get the Glimpse back, but it's going to be a bit too far to go for any sort of Static Storm play. S4 will make it out from trouble. It was close, though, and you're absolutely right. Virtus.Pro had that huge team fight, and if they got into a 5-on-5, they would probably consider dishing out all those ultimates at once. But in the meantime, they could continue to go on these Hitman, missions and just commit one ultimate for each and continue to get pickoffs and just work with these cooldowns in their favor. We'll see how long that goes for them, because Alliance can play with the clock. They can afford to stall things out and try their best to just keep Loda at the top of the last hit game and as close to being at the top of the net worth as possible.
And Loda is still doing a good job. Let's see if there was Ancient or Warden.
Ooh, Ryu top lane. They actually get a pullback on for Bulldog here, right into that Static Storm with the damage from Aloha Dance. Bulldog tried to TP away. It looked like he was going to get close, but they will take him down. So, the punishing of the greedy Midas pickup, he is able to get Arcane Boots, but, his growth will be stunted a little bit.
And that's the problem with this Disruptor having such an amazing early game. It's putting them in the situation where VP can constantly fight. Now they have Chrono ready again.
There it is. It catches Loda. EGM is going to be on the outside. Relocate. Is he going to go for it? No, he doesn't need it. They can't dish out the damage on the Loda, and now they're going to look to turn it around. G gets hits up a couple of times, but there's going to be Loda. EGM says, we got to go! Pulls him right back out and back to base. But it looks like this will be a sacrifice for EGM. Close by is Ake. If he can get just close enough, maybe they could tether him out. He's going to go for it. Can they get it? Help me, Ake, brother! Woo! He's out of there. He eats some right clicks, but he's going to be good. Uh-oh, or is he? Here comes Aloha Dance. He's stalking. Can he get him?
If he gets this kill, that's a Desolator, too.
Oh, Bulldog is going to step in, and he has Doom good to go. I like this. Aloha Dance is like, I'm not going to get hit by the spirits. It looks like they will be able to get away. Nice support tag team action there to get EGM out of trouble.
But yeah, now they place a sentry there. They're going to take another ward. No, they're not. Okay, well. Ward didn't have much long. Ake, poor man. Oh, 1, 2.
He got that good save, but he can't save himself. He will go down.
Almost level 6 there, too. I think the biggest thing right now is just how passive Alliance have been playing without having S4 doing anything. Like, that earlier play on Storm on top of S4 kind of set him back. Really, he has his Blink Dagger now, so he's gonna have to set up a lot of things. M and Bulldog are gonna have to get something done, and we're gonna have to see where they're gonna rotate around the map because they have the smoke ready, and it's on them too to make the play because they have to relocate with Sen, or Lion's still not level 6 yet. So you could, if you have a solo play coming in from Lion, he can just go around.
S4 jumps in, trying to maybe bait something out from Virtus.Pro. It will bait out a glimpse, but there'll be no follow-up. This is good reserve play from Virtus.Pro, and you said it right, Alliance, they're definitely, you know, they're itching to get something done. It looks like they're going to just clear some space in the mid lane so that Loda can secure these Ancients. Virtus.Pro are trying to be close enough to contest them. They're still hanging around, but they're not going to be stopping him from farming this up. Now, Loda will have to share the XP with pretty much his whole team, but that might be better for all of them in the end. Nonetheless, he will be able to get that huge boost in his personal economy, and he gets right into that Echo Saber here, which, you know, I'm sure Sven players around the world have been very happy that the Mighty Frog has added this item to the game.
It's not even fair. It's the best hero at benefit. Like, there's one hero that, you know, you make an item for. That was what Echo Saber was made for. It's kind of like TA with the Desolator. It's like,
yep.
I'm sure it's great on other heroes, but you know, that bread and butter right there. But still, Alliance, that was good to them. They grouped up, took their Ancient stack, and VP didn't contest. So, and like you said, Echo Saber complete. Now they can make something happen. G's kind of out of position here. Doesn't have his mechanism yet. That could be a very big deal.
He's posturing up as if they're hoping that he will distract them from something. I mean, look at this flank around play from Yoku. He is smoked up, heading right through the creep, looking to get a huge chrono, which could catch 3 right here if he does it. Oh, he's gonna do it. Hi, everyone. Oh, Static Storm's there first. Yoku's gonna get silenced up, but they burst him down. Can he get him down before the chrono? They don't even need to. They've already done the job. Aloha Dance gets a double kill. 3 from Alliance are gonna be going down. Wonderful wraparound play from Virtus.Pro.
Alright, so that was, if I'm going to tell this right, I hope I tell it right. He canceled the chrono at first, I think, and then it veiled him or something. And then they just immediately silenced from S4. Oh my god, that reaction time from S4.
Yeah.
But the Static Storm, though. Once again, Disruptor.
The reaction from S4 was so fast for you that I thought the Static Storm silenced Faceless Void. It was just happened right at the same moment. So yeah, definitely, you know, S4 was just waiting with his finger on the trigger to get that silence off. But you know, no fear again. He gets a wonderful Static Storm drop, and they're gonna take the fight. And with that, they're gonna be able to take the Roche.
Yeah, and the best part is they can still go around the map if they want to go for some pickoffs, because Chronosphere is a 130-second cooldown, whereas, you know, the Static Storm's only 90. And they still have that to play around with. They have the Aegis to play around with. I guess, yeah, it's better to put it on Razor. Clinks, if he dies, he doesn't come back with the Death Pact. But it also allows Clinks at times to play more aggressive around the map. But still, yeah, I can understand. Once you die, you come back, you don't have that much HP, likely to die again. Whereas Razor, if he gets doomed up first, at least if he comes back into the teamfight, he'll have Mechanism, so. Oh, mid sentry's dropped.
Do like, you know, bit of a ward battle happening here in the mid lane, as, you know, Alliance are still desperate to even make a move forward to take that tier 1 in the mid, but they're very hesitant, and they're trying now to prepare around this big ult game that Virtus.Pro has been kind of dishing out. You see Bulldog going right for the mech now. So that way, if at least Alliance can survive for a round 2 in these fights, they should be good, but they're not right now. And here we go, another pullback on the Loda into a Static Storm. S4 trying to respond, gets off a decent coil, but without any sort of hefty damage follow-up, which pretty much is Loda, it's not going to be doing a whole lot for him. So it looked like they tried for a relocate. They didn't get it. Now EGM could be coming back into trouble this time. Virtus.Pro will scout the neighborhood for any sort of tether partner, and there's going to be none. So they're going to make it a 2-man takedown now. Virtus.Pro on a hot streak. They were starting what felt like, what, 0-3, and now it's suddenly 12-3 for Virtus.Pro.
Oh, and apparently they're up 1 game too, because I didn't notice. So this is going to be a 2-0.
I did not hit that, dude. Something is wrong with the admin settings in lobbies, for sure. Because I know with my life, I put down Lux as the first server, and I know I didn't even touch that option. They are not up 1 game. Why did it do that? Okay.
Yeah, it took us 17 minutes to notice that, actually. That's kind of...
I did not even touch that panel. Wow.
That's weird.
Okay, yeah, something. Haunted admin in this freaking lobby, but I'll fix that. Sure enough, it's 0-0, people. Ignore the the indicator. Well, people don't even know that's there. They still ask for the score anyways, Ryu.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
I mean, I didn't even notice it until now, so it's just something like, okay, well, maybe somebody might notice eventually in Twitch chat and be like, what's the score, guys? And then it's actually wrong for once. But still, this is really strong showing from VP, and it's you can see that Midas may be paying off for Bulldog if they're able to survive for the next 30-40 minutes, but at this rate, we're gonna have to stick like the ultra late game. Like I think Sven, once he gets his BKB.
Uh-oh, mid lane, glimpse back, trying to get S4 here. Aloha Dance looking to get close enough. He's got the damage. The Thunderstrike will provide the vision, and now boom, boom. Quick jump, S4. Oh, they even commit the Static Storm just to get that Fairy Dragon down. A lot of hate from Virtus.Pro. They know they got the advantage and not looking to let up one bit. And now with Puck on the deck, they're looking for more. A jump ahead from G here, and they're going to be sapping the damage. Loda, just a man walking with a bat, but that bat has turned into a Nerf bat. He can't hit hard whatsoever, and they just Shrek them apart. Alliance have not been able to get a kill from what feels like the first minute or so of the game, or ever since that double kill from Bulldog. They haven't gotten anything going, and now Virtus.Pro are just looking to steamroll the rest of this game one.
Yeah, and they're going high ground at 18 minutes in. What is this? They still have the chrono ready. That was a very big miss. Like, and it could cost them a Rex here because of how farmed Aloha Dance is, and they need to be careful.
The timing from Virtus.Pro in their lineup is just working beautifully here. Alliance are in no shape to fight right now. I mean, their best chance is S4 doing a big play here with a coil. He just hopped right into the middle of him, but that does not stop Virtus.Pro from finishing off that tier 3, and now they're going to walk away unscathed. We'll see if Alliance can change that. I mean, have we even seen a Doom this game, Ryu? I don't even remember if I have or not. I mean, he feels like he's been a non-factor at this point. That's credit, and now turnaround. They're going to even put him in the grave now. He's definitely a non-factor now. He might even have to buy back at this point. Aki's going to be going down. The egg's already out. Lotus headed up with EGM, but they're waiting in the back lines as S4 trickles back to the base. And Virtus.Pro looking to go for the final blow on this one. Potentially, they have isolated Loda. They got him with a stun. They can't relocate him. He's dead again, Ryu. Oh my god, Virtus.Pro might have just put a stomping onto Alliance in game number 1 here. They go right for the racks. They're looking to end this one. Pull back, but yeah, he dies. EGM dies. It's a 5-man wipe. It's 20 minutes in. The game is over. It took longer for us to get this game going, it felt like.
Yeah. Oh boy, Alliance, they just... Honestly, this was kind of like the Disruptor show. Pretty much for the first, 10-15 minutes of the game, and then Alliance, they were just going around in groups of 2 this game, and sometimes you can do that, but not against Virtus.Pro lineup. You just have this Chronosphere ready and able to go, Disruptor ulti ready and able to go, and then once Clinks, which Aloha played perfectly this game too, he went around